folks, it's me, Kevin Tinkin. Just letting you know, again, we got those links down below. So if wherever you're listening or watching this, look below. We got EddiePepitone.com. We got Patreon. We got this YouTube channel if you're not watching it right now. Check it out. Podcast, get your podcast. Here we are in the park, barking for podcasts. Come get your listens. We got the man, the myth, the legend, the bitter Buddha himself. Make it loud for him. It's Eddie Pepitone.
Yeah, let me get one podcast and one blog. One podcast, one blog. Thanks. Actually, you know what? Make it two podcasts, two blogs. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the park. And we are in the park again. Welcome to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, checkmate. I have been feeding and giving crows and squirrels water in various trees, including behind me, water and almonds. They're organic almonds. I don't care about the price. Thank God my father passed. Anyway, I want to say hello, everybody. How are you, Kevin?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. I'm watching these crows enjoy the water and the
almonds.
Nuts. Oh, it looks like there's a couple of kids even got a couple of those nuts over there.
That would be funny if people. That would be funny if people like got on their hands and knees and were like licking at the water.
Well, they know how much you paid for the
and then the almonds too. They were like, "Hey, Bob, if I'm not mistaken, these are organic almonds."
Those are the expensive ones.
Those are the expensive ones. Holy shit. Just
Once.
grab one, act natural. Act like you dropped something.
I'll pretend I'm tying my shoe.
My God.
I'm doing good, man. It's been a nice week. Good mix of working, a few shows. I opened Crack 'em Up last night.
What is Crack 'em Up?
Crack 'em Up. So Crack 'em Up is kind of like a chocolate sundae of the Comedy Store. So like
black comedians?
Yeah, typically all black show. And this one, there was not a lot of people there though.
No.
And it you know, but it was, you know, I made the best of it. You know, I made the best do with the materials I had, and it was fun. And
Yeah. Well, I gotta tell you, I think, you know, the worst scenario for doing stand-up is a really small crowd. Now, I don't know if you had a really small crowd, but there is hardly any way to make that beneficial.
It's bad. I mean,
Is that what it was like?
Oh, there was, 8 people in there, I think.
8 is on the cusp of that.
Yeah.
You know, 4 or 5 is bad.
Yeah. 4 or 5 is no good.
8 is not great.
I've done those before. I've done the very sparse audience.
Me too.
This crow is like, he's just walking around with his mouth open. Like
I hope he's okay.
I think he's probably just trying to cool off. Either that or he's blown away by something.
He's in awe.
He can't believe what is going on.
Yeah.
The price of these almonds is probably what is blowing him away right now. They're smart.
I wonder if I could throw them some almonds.
Oh, they're fine. They're finding some good.
Yeah.
They're doing
Max
well.
said Max were our best fan. No, he's not our best fan. He's one of the best. Him, the Crimmins is.
He's not our fan.
I just don't want to show favorites, but I love Max. I've met him a couple of times. I've met the Crimmins a couple of times. You know, we're at the level with Patreon and fans that we could meet them and call them out individually.
Yes. That's the nice thing about having a small audience.
Yeah.
You know, we know.
Hello, Frank. Hello, Chino.
Yeah. Hey, Chino. Great to see you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get the almonds here.
You know, I didn't want to say anything, but you brought up the Crimmonses. And I know they're old friends of yours and whatnot, but the other day they told me that now they'd watch the podcast for me. And they say, you know, is there any way there could be more you on the podcast? And
is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, now I'm not too sure about the Crimmins. I don't like that kind of shit where they're like, into you, because I'm the guy.
That's
and
right.
As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys could see, but Kevin put me up a little higher.
That's right.
There's a hill here. So, Carson used to have people way lower than him.
I know. Yes,
but Max, getting back to my original point,
Yeah.
Max said it was funny that I was throwing walnuts. There you go, guys. Ah, shit.
What the hell was that? This guy. Oh,
I thought I could throw it further.
hey, you gotta be careful. His shoulder injuries.
That's right.
And my
Jesus. Shoulders are fucked up. Like, I just got back from the gym, folks. Not to brag that I had that kind of lifestyle.
You
Just did the gym with my man, my trainer, Kevin Fulmer. Mm-hmm. And it was good. It was good just because I always feel mentally better after the gym,
Yeah. We got an observer that's right above us, straight above our heads.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Is he a squirrel?
He's a little squirrely boy.
He just pooped.
He's dropping stuff on
Hey,
us.
guy, don't. You haven't lived until a squirrel has shit on the top of your head. It's pretty nice.
I'm gonna pee all over these guys.
I can't get laid lately, so second best is to just take a shit on Pepitone's head. Look at this, the men in blue, our great police department, flying overhead. Our police watching people of low income status, making sure they don't get out of control and threaten the business community. We need to keep the low income status people in a good quadrant. We need to kettle them. Anyway, corral them.
Yeah, the driving in the rain was always originally in my mind. It's a play on a police detective.
That's kind of true.
It
just became kind of a cynical Uber driver.
Yeah.
Not cynical, but world weary.
Yes, but I like it especially for you having it be an Uber driver, because the idea of you being a cop, too. I don't know. I think it could be a good cop.
Maybe
drama, too.
let's try one now. Driving in the rain where it's a cop.
Yeah. What?
Driving in the rain. Just call it Driving in the Rain.
Right. The Hard and Badge edition.
Yeah.
And now, a new journey on another edition of Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone.
My God. What a night here in L.A. I lost my partner. I lost him not to a shooting, but he overate at a diner that we both loved. And the rain started coming down like the tears of our maker. Nick Johnson was his name. He was a good man. He was a damn good man, and he liked mashed potatoes and meatloaf too much. Is that a fault? If it is, then I'm guilty. But Nick's heart couldn't take all the meatloaf and the gravy and the butter of the mashed potatoes. And then he would have butter on raw. He'd always ask for rolls. I mean, he was old school. Most people don't even eat rolls anymore. They eat shit like kale and kelp. In my day, we used to beat people with the wrench who ate kelp. We would see them eating kelp and go, "Come here, you pansy," and we used to pound him with the wrench, and they knew how we felt about eating healthy. But Nick is dead, and now I'm driving solo for the LAPD in the rain. He's hammering my windshield like a carpenter on meth. The rain is it's like a carpenter who's on so many amphetamines trying to build a house by 6 p.m. and it's 5:30. That's how quickly this rain / carpenter / metaphor is coming down on this squad car. 1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12. We got a robbery taking place in the Lupus area. Great, now I had to get to the Lupus area. And the Lupus area was an area where people got lupus, and I never got my lupus vaccine. And I drove, and I just couldn't believe Nick wasn't with me. He always had my back, even though he was heavy. He looked like Orson Welles in his last days. Nick would always tell me just before a shootout, can you pull over to this diner and we'll get some meatloaf and some potatoes and butter a roll? And I said, you sure, Nick? I mean, we got an armed robbery going on. He goes, pull over. But God damn it if he wasn't right about it. We'd both fill up, and by the time we got to the armed robbery, it was over, which was a big load off our mind. And now the rain was coming down like a burden. The rain was coming down like a burden on my soul, a burden that made me think maybe I should have told Nick, don't eat as many mashed potatoes and meatloaf. Don't eat so many, Nick. He used to order 3 dishes of the meatloaf, and a woman named Betty was our waitress. She had a prosthetic leg and a glass jaw. She had been through the ringer, Betty. The prosthetic leg also doubled as a water holder, where she would take it off and just drink and hydrate. Me and Nick used to love to watch. Anyway, the rain was slamming into my car like a demolition derby, the way cars slam into each other during a demolition derby. This rain had it out for me. This rain wanted a piece of me. And I said, let me tell you something, Rain. I've beaten people within an inch of their life who eat kelp. I'll fucking come after you, bitch. Yet the rain kept coming. It kept coming, and I knew that when you see a puddle, you're supposed to turn around. It's like what's the saying? Don't drown, turn around. If you see a body of water in front of you. My friend Fred drove right into the Pacific Ocean. I said, Fred, if you see a body of water in front of you, don't drive into it. He said, it's only the Pacific. He was dead within minutes. Me, I turn around if I see a puddle, and I saw a puddle just now. 1 Adam 12, where are you? There's a Lupus area hold up here. A lot of people getting gunned down. Do not stop for meatloaf. And I just turned around and I looked at the sky, and this weather system wasn't gonna give. She wasn't gonna move this system. She was like a broad who was drinking during the afternoon, who was sick of men, sick of fucking working for a living, and she wasn't moving from that chair. Give me another one, Johnny, she would shout to the bartender. And he would be like, Mabel, you got it. Thank you, Johnny. I'm using Apple Pay. Do you do that? Of course we do, Mabel. Of course we do Apple Pay. Well, then give me an apple martini. Wait a minute. You don't have to order drinks that have the word apple in them, but just because you're using Apple Pay. I'd rather keep it like that. And that's how this system wasn't going to move. Like Mabel, a stubborn broad, doing afternoon drinking on Apple Pay. Ordering things like apple martinis or apple whatever. Apple margaritas. Don't think you can't have a margarita that's not apple. You just get the syrup, like they use in Starbucks. Starbucks has apple syrup. If you want an apple latte, they'll do it for you. You say to them, "Oh yeah, barista, why don't you search for the apple syrup there? I mean, this is Starbucks. You got everything back there. It's a huge corporation, and the rain was smacking my car around the way people used to smack each other around after they'd been married for fucking 25 years. They would smack each other around just getting out of bed. It would be like, "Hey, Margaret." "Yes, Al?" "Come here. What'd I tell you about the eggs?" "Don't hit me, Al." "Ah!"
Al, come on.
You always get me, Margaret, with your beautiful ways.
Thank you, Al. I mean, what happened is that we were in the middle of a driving in the rain, and Eddie decided to use you as an example of domestic violence. And I'll tell you something, Al. If you ever touch me, I own a gun, and I'll blow you away so quickly.
You'd punch holes in me, Margie.
You've never called me Margie.
I know. I think this new character, the cop, has me in a place where I'm ready to call you Margie.
Oh, Al, by the way, isn't it great that we can watch the crows eating almonds from this point of view?
Shh, shh. Radio 112, Radio 112, where are you at? We still got this here, the lupus district. People are going nuts here. Where are you at?
Sarge, I just shifted into Allen Margaret.
Ah, gee.
Sorry.
Can we send another car over there?
No, let me just wrap up with Allen Margaret here.
Copy.
Al, it looks like he has to go. There's a lupus shooting.
Lupus? Isn't that a disease that affects exclusively black people?
Yes, and some unlucky whites.
Oh, my God, Margaret. Well, listen. Thank you for talking me down from belting you.
What are you, Frank Sinatra, Al? I swear to God, I will put a bullet in your head quicker than you can say Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket?
Al, let the cop get to the lupus shooting.
Look, Margaret, I'm just taken aback. What on 12? Can you wrap up the Allen Margaret thing? It seems to be getting redundant. All right, be right with you, Sarge. All right, Margaret, look. I'm getting criticism. Everybody's a critic. People who don't do this shit for a living think it's easy.
Al, by the way, can I shave the word help me?
That's 2 words.
Can I shave the 2 words help me into your scalp?
Why? What are you trying to say?
I think you need help, Al. I think you need help if you're...
Ah, there's a beautiful dog with a ball coming our way.
Oh!
Hello, is that your Barley? Again, welcome to the podcast where we talk to dogs that you cannot see. Oh, I think you're going to see him. Hello, is that your Barley? Is that your... Oh, you dropped it. Come here. Come here, yo.
Oh, Al, you're so good with animals, which is why it's out of character for you to, say you're going to strike me. I mean, it just doesn't fit who you are.
Margaret, we got the cops overhead.
Are they heading to the lupus shooting?
No, I think they're heading to the eczema robberies.
What the hell, Al? Are all these diseases now linked to unlawfulness?
Looks that way, Maggie. And the rain kept coming down. I was finally heading toward the lupus robberies, but I saw another puddle. You try saying another puddle quickly. It's not easy. Another puddle, another puddle, another puddle. All right. I just did it 3 times fast, but I saw a puddle. I turned around. It says, because of that poster I saw, turn around, don't drown. I told you about my buddy, Fred, who went right into the Pacific. He thought it wasn't deep. I said, God damn it, Fred. Ocean liners are on that fucking thing. And the rain kept coming. It kept coming like a porn star on Viagra. All day long, all day long. Come shooting onto the faces of unsuspecting men and women. Well, maybe some of them suspected it. It was in the script, but a lot of people don't read the scripts in porn shoots especially. They don't feel like, and that really irks a lot of porn writers. When you're not following the script of someone who has taken the time to write jizz flies in his eye or her eye, then you have insulted that writer. And sometimes a porn writer is on the set and he'll be like, why the fuck aren't you coming in her face? And the rain kept coming like a porn star on Viagra. It kept coming like a river, the old Mississippi. The old Mississippi just keeps coming. The Mississippi River, it keeps lapping at my door.
Out of 112, out of 112. What's your ETA on that robbery?
Well, Sarge, I hate to tell you, but I just got into singing. I'm singing about the old Mississippi. Oh, we love the old Mississippi. Can you just put it on the intercom here for us? It's not an intercom, Sarge. It's this is something like a walkie-talkie. I don't know really what you call it. Could we hear it? Okay. The old Mississippi, it keeps rolling along, rolling like a hungry tiger, a tiger that lost its leg, just like the waitress who used to serve us with a prosthetic leg.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining us on another Driving in the Rain with Eddie Pepitone. I'm sitting here going, I'm wondering if I'm going to keep the Driving in the Rain music going and the slow panning in for the whole thing. I think I will. I think I got to do it like that. I also love...
The montages are good. The Eau De Pepitone hit well.
Yeah, that was fun.
You want to do one more Eau De Pepitone? What are we up to, by the way?
25 minutes.
That was an epic one.
That was epic. It was epic.
We went from driving to Allen Margaret. Was that it?
To singing.
Well, a little singing.
A little bit of singing. By the way, do you have a go-to karaoke song?
I used to. Can you guess what it was? There's a lot of songs, so I'm.
Is it Dylan?
Oh, he's my favorite, but I used to sing Roxanne. Roxanne!
You don't have to.
But until one night, I couldn't hit the high notes for anything. You really have to go up high, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought when they said high notes, you just had to be high.
Oh.
And I had smoked up. By the way, folks, 107 days. If you have an alcohol problem out there, and you know who I'm talking to, go to fucking AA. Swallow your pride.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on out there. A whole lot going on out there in the street.
Tough times, man.
Yeah. By the way, This episode of Apocalypse Soon is brought to you by Prize Picks. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Here's how you play. Just choose more or less on the player's stat projections. Then watch the game and see if you're right. I've been doing it. I've been choosing more or less. I've been synchronizing with my fantasy football league, so I got some guys on there, and then I'll go check it out on Prize Picks. If I'm right, and I win, and it's fantastic. Prize Picks keeps you on the edge of your seat all game long. It's the best way to cash in on sports in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Download the app today and use code PEP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code PEP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Yeah. By the way, I also like the sign, turn around if you don't want to drown.
Have you ever seen that?
No.
It's a real thing.
And he drove into the Pacific Ocean. It's just the Pacific. I really enjoyed all those little rabbit trails and caveats, and then you brought them back full circle. It was like we were in a mini Herald right there. You know,
That's true.
It was very.
I didn't know
nice.
you knew Harold's. Harold's, for those of you who don't know, is a popular improv art form. I think it was made popular by Del Close, and then UCB really took the torch after the Chicago people did it. And,
one of the greatest improvisers and one of the greatest misogynists ever, apparently. Del Close. Yeah.
Oh, was he a misogynist?
Yeah, he didn't like the ladies.
Oh shit!
Too much. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
They have Del Close festivals. You would think they would, rename it.
No, I mean, I don't think it was. I don't know if it went to legal ramifications, but it was more like he would kind of just, the way that he would treat women would be very different than the way he would treat his male performers.
Was he heterosexual or gay?
I think he was heterosexual. Yeah, yeah.
Well, then I don't blame him. All right, let's do. Just kidding, folks. Let's do an Eau De Pepitone, okay?
All right. If you're in the perfume aisle, not knowing where to turn, maybe try a drop of Eau De Pepitone.
Hello? Are you feeling lethargic? Has your sex life turned into tepid sewer water?
Pepitone.
Is your sex life consist of you getting up, starting to masturbate, then giving up?
Pepitone.
Try Eau De Pepitone. When you put on a little behind your ears and a little behind your kneecap, sexual things will come to you.
Just a little.
Just a little Eau De Pepitone, because if you put too much Eau De Pepitone on, you will get fucked to death.
Pepitone.
Put a little Eau De Pepitone on and watch the smell waft into a sorority or a fraternity, and watch these young people get hornier than anything.
Dangerously horny.
Dangerously horny is also a color on the terrorism wheel. They have colors on terror. Anyway, the colors on the terrorism wheel are yellow and then red for a big terrorist threat, then dangerously horny for Eau De Pepitone. A lot of people think Eau De Pepitone shouldn't be on the terrorist warning alert system because it's incongruous, and I say this: don't knock it till you tried it.
Just a little.
Oh, Eau De Pepitone is available in a vat size now, even though you're supposed to use very, very little. It is available in vats. But what you do, there's a little hole at the top of the Eau De Pepitone vat, and you stick your finger in the Eau De Pepitone vat, and you just feel a little wetness. Remind you of anything?
Pepitone.
And then you take your finger out, and you will have enough Eau De Pepitone to last you, not only you, but your children's children. Not only your children, but your children's children.
Generational trauma.
Try wearing Eau De Pepitone at a circus. Eau De Pepitone is most effective when worn during a circus. Watch the animals go up on their hind legs. You know all the animals they torture in circuses? Lions, tigers, elephants, because these are backwards people. Also, there are horses abused by these fucking horse and carriage drivers in New York City, but I digress. Eau De Pepitone is most powerful when the master of ceremonies comes out to the middle of the circus and says, "Ladies and gentlemen," and everybody has their little flashlights, and all of a sudden people they smell the Eau De Pepitone wafting in the air like many, many weightlifters who are oiled up and want to have relations. Oiled up weightlifters wafting in the air at the circus.
Big tent odor.
The big tent odor of Eau De Pepitone reaches its crescendo when the girl on the trapeze lets herself go and does a double flip, and the male trapeze artist misses her and she falls to her death. And it's usually a guy named Del Close who's missed her, and she falls to her death. And the cops say, "Oh, I think that was intentional, and the Eau De Pepitone, it just hits your pheromones. It hits your pheromones like Joe Louis hitting a defenseless boxer, like Muhammad Ali in his prime peppering Joe Frazier or George Foreman or Ken Norton."
Pepitone.
Eau De Pepitone. 1 Adam 12, we have a circus performer. It looks like Del Close again. Didn't catch a trapeze artist.
The Mississippi.
1 Adam 12, can you stop singing about the Mississippi? I'm sorry, Sarge, I thought you liked the Mississippi song. Yeah, we do, but now, look, the lupus shootings are over, by the way. You keep turning around because of the puddles, which, by the way, turn around, don't drown. That's meant for bigger bodies of water than, you're turning around something kids jump in and make songs up. I'm sorry, Sarge, I just take these posters literally. Well, don't do drugs, that's a good one, even though a lot of us do prescription drugs. I know, Sarge, I'm thinking of going on Ozempic. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. I understand diarrhea is a side effect. Sarge, I've had diarrhea for 25 years without Ozempic. Then you might as well go on it. But anyway, the lupus shootings are over because you missed that. So head on over to the circus. Eau De Pepitone is perfect when the little people come out. The little people of the circus singing the Munchkin song, and the children
with their flashlights, waving the flashlights in Eau De Pepitone, wafting in the air like the Luftwaffe used to waft in the air over England. Eau De Pepitone like the Luftwaffe, except at the circus, Winston Churchill is not there to save them. Eau De Pepitone, buy now.
Pick up your generational pack today at Walmart.
Oh, that was, again, we went all over there.
I know. I'm going to have fun editing this one. It's
What are we up to, by the way?
we got another 10 to go, I'd say, about. Yeah, we got.
Did you want to talk about anything, get anything off your chest to folks? You know, you ask me for like some advice. I want to ask you now to tell our audience, what advice do you have for people who are struggling, or just how to, because you, for instance, have really stuck with stand-up. You have fought the good fight.
Yes.
And you're making some headway now. So what would you say to people in this kind of fucked up landscape?
Yeah, I would. Well, with that context, I would say like know what you want. Know what you enjoy, and what you want, and pursue it.
What about people who always say, "Yeah, I know what I want, and I know what I want to pursue, but I have to be practical and pay my bills"?
Oh, you can do both. You can do it all. I think you're a lot stronger than you think you are. I think people are much more powerful than they give themselves.
That's very true. I think I agree with you there that we are our own worst enemies.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about it. We were talking about it earlier before the pod got started, just like where I have like this self-discipline in certain areas of my life, and other areas I'm just like, man. And then I hear, like, when you have kids too, you hear a lot of the times they'll be like, hey, man, go empty the dishwasher. I can't. I can't do it. Like, and you're like, you can do it. When you see kids who like completely throw in the towel on the most menial tasks, or like, you see something it's totally obvious that somebody is capable of something. And they act like they can't do it, And
where do you think that comes from? Is that shitty parenting?
Well, I mean, I think you can even overcome shitty parenting if you're able to like step outside of yourself and like, get out of your own ego, out of your own way a little bit with thinking, a
lot of people don't have those tools, though.
Yeah.
It took me so long to like realize that I was an egomaniac.
Yeah.
And I still am, but I'm able to see it now.
Yes.
And I'm able to, pull back from it and realize that I don't have to be like that.
Yes. Well, like I imagine there was a point in your life when you were like, oh, I'm not a gym guy. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And now you go to the gym all the time.
Well,
like you said
not
today.
all the time. Yeah.
Well, you're there usually 7-8 hours a day.
Please.
But you're going, 3-4 times a week?
3 times.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like a level of discipline where you had to be like, well, maybe I can be a gym guy, But yeah, with kids, I always try to explain that stuff. It's like you can be anything you want. You can do whatever you want.
And this is to the toddlers out there. Do not start mainlining like Juicy Juice, right? Because a lot of the kids, if they start on Juicy Juice, that's a gateway juice that leads eventually to harder juices.
There's a
hard cider
study that children who grew up drinking Capri Suns, where you had to stab the straw into the juice,
right,
were more likely to become IV drug users in the future.
God, that Capri Sun, and I
Yeah.
believe it's still out on the market.
It comes with its own syringe. Can you believe this?
So, recap and kind of sum up your advice.
Well, I would say you're stronger than you think you are. Never forget that. You're also full of shit. So don't buy into your own bullshit. And you can pay attention. You can be whatever you want. And don't wait to celebrate for the results. Celebrate your effort, because effort is very difficult. So if you're putting effort towards something that you can acknowledge that you value in your life, or something that is important to you, every time you put effort towards that, celebrate it, because it's not easy to do.
And I would add this to that. Like, for instance, I've wanted to write more.
Yeah.
So a way to achieve that goal is to start off slow. Say I'm going to put 5 or 10 minutes aside, and then build off that, because I think a lot of people will say, I want to write more.
Yeah.
And they'll feel like, okay, I got to sit down and fucking bang out an entire script today.
Yes.
And it just defeats them, because the creative process is not like that. You have to be
overwhelming.
patient. That's another good one. By the way, these squirrels and birds are starting to close in, so we better wrap up. We better wrap up the podcast. Maybe they want more almonds.
I wonder. Yeah, maybe throw some almonds over there under the camera, or maybe actually you could just put them like
Oh, here they are.
more in view of the camera. Yeah.
There you
or
go,
maybe-
guys.
I don't know if that'll get them.
That may be too close to us for them.
I don't know.
Here you go.
Don't they usually take them out of your hand?
Well, yeah, but that's when I have. I was trying to think of something funny to say, but I'm all funnied out. So, what I would add, to that whole thing is start slow, and the big thing, start slow. Give yourself 5 minutes of writing,
Yeah.
3 minutes even.
Yeah.
3 minutes of uninterrupted writing, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the big one, right? Be patient with yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I've also the idea of being nice to yourself too keeps popping up and keeps coming up in my life.
Well, that's what patience is.
yeah.
You know, when
Yeah.
I used to think patience wasn't one of the 7 deadly sins, but I think you should be patient.
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, love is patient. Love is kind. Love is
Yeah.
gentle. I can't remember what the other ones. It's a Bible verse. It's yeah. It's
Is it?
Yeah. Love is patient.
I thought
love
it
is
was
kind.
a bird song.
Love is slow to anger.
Yeah.
That's another thing it says. Yeah, love is slow to anger. I mean, it's the Bible, take it with a grain of salt, but I think there's some wisdom in there.
All right. Well, I think that's a good way to end.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? We should always end the podcast with a Bible verse.
I don't know. I think we did a lot of funny shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Good to end on a
absolutely.
trying a little serious note. It may come off as trite and cliche, but
Well, I'll add this. It is okay. I've called myself this before. Imagine a really out of shape, overweight track coach.
right.
Where, you learn a lot of lessons by going through the world as an idiot and making a lot of bad decisions. So you don't have to be an expert, to still kind of know stuff,
Yeah.
So if you're out there going, man, these guys are full of shit. This guy didn't even look happy. He looked like he was crying in his car before he got out and tell the podcast. Now he's giving people advice, Hey, it still can be good, even if it's coming from a really fat track coach.
All right. I'm right here.
I had one of those. He's a big guy, and man, he ran a great track team. But
Did he?
Oh yeah, but the guy was just a big dude.
That's funny.
He hadn't run in decades probably, but he knew how to. All right, folks. If you want more of this podcast, go over to Patreon. where we do $5 or $20 over there. You get some exclusive Pepitone content. We got to put some more stand-up up there. It's been a little while, but you also get this podcast the day it comes out on video, and you just kind of let us know that you're out there and you appreciate what we're doing, and we sure appreciate that. Go over to EddiePepitone.com if you want to find out where he's going to be on the road touring. Go over to YouTube, where you can subscribe to this podcast YouTube channel, where we put the podcast a week later on this channel every week, plus some additional clips and whatnot. And look forward to November, where we will be performing a live version of this podcast, This Awful Mess. I think we're going to stick with This Awful Mess. I don't know what we may do.
This
something.
Awful Mess is good.
But yeah, we'll have dates for you coming soon.
All right, everybody, thank you. And before we go, I just want to say, if you see a very overweight track coach, report him or her. All right, thank you for listening or watching or both to Apocalypse Soon, the podcast with no upside.